If you want to get in contact with me, the best way to do it is on Instagram. If you just want to say what up, if you want to tell me you love my videos, you can tell me that you hate my videos, but the best way to do that is on Instagram. Peace, y'all. Jonny Fastlane here. So, Puffy puts Drake in his top 5 rappers of all time, and Diddy stops Lizzo from twerking on his Instagram Live. Plus, Sean Combs talks about the impact of coronavirus on the black community. Let's talk hip-hop.
Oh, there's something I wanted to say to you. Very, very important. I've been a studier of music, science, art, mathematician, the actual numbers and codes that goes into it. And so when they talk about the top 5, all of those cats got a special code, you know? 2 years ago, 3 years ago, I couldn't even, I didn't know. It's clear the work you put in, you're in my official top 5. You're in my official top 5. For real, y'all heard it. That's right, y'all heard it. Hits.
That was Diddy or Puffy or Sean Combs, whatever, right? Diddy did so much yesterday that, all my stories gonna be about him, right? So anyway, Puffy is on Instagram Live yesterday. Here's the whole thing, right? Yesterday was Easter, and he had been planning this for a couple days, right? Which was like a quarantine, like dance party kind of thing, right? And he's like, come on my live, dance it out. And he even had like certain celebrities and everybody like scheduled to come on at certain times, right? So like Shaq came on. DJ Khaled came on. Everybody came on like on their respective times, right? So of course he had, one of the greatest artists in the world, Drake, come on too, right? And so Drake is on there, they're chilling, they're dancing, they're talking, whatever like that, right? And the whole situation is Diddy was doing it for hours and hours and hours all day yesterday, basically to raise money for families of the first responders for coronavirus. So it was like a thank you to the nurses and the doctors and everything, right? And Diddy announced that, at least around like 6:30, maybe 7 o'clock yesterday, he announced that he already had raised like $4 million for them. So that's crazy, right? Anyway, Drake is on there. They're doing the Tootsie slide. King Combs is doing it. Justin is doing it. The twins are doing it. Everything is crazy, right? All the kids are there. And then after that, Diddy sits down and he's talking to Drake and he's like, listen, man, I really got to tell you something, right? And Drake is like, you know what? What's up? And he's like, I got to tell you, I've been in the game for a long time. I look at numbers. I look at hits. I look at, writing ability. I look at, star power. And I got to say that you are officially in my top 5, rappers of all time, right? And him saying that is just crazy because Biggie's in, his top 5. And, Diddy discovered Biggie, kinda. I mean, it was Mr. C, but you get the point, right? Crazy because it's like, whoa, for Puffy to say that Drake is in his top 5 is insane, crazy, and ill, right? On many levels, like I say, because you are saying that Drake is good enough to be in the same boat as a Notorious B.I.G., but also Diddy and Drake used to have beef back in the day, right? Which is crazy. So the whole situation with Diddy and Drake back in the day is like, that song 0 to 100, nigga, real quick. Whole squad got it real quick. I guess, Diddy sent the beat to Drake like back in 2014 or something like that, and Drake was supposed to write some shit for himself or for Diddy, but Drake just took the whole beat and did a song by himself on it, or with Lil Wayne, you know what I'm saying? So of course Diddy was upset about that, and actually Diddy and Drake had a physical fight like in Club Live, like around that same time, maybe 2015 or whatever like that, right? Then they got on the phone and they, patched up their beef and all that stuff like that, and then like in 2016 Diddy accepted like an award for Drake at like the MTV Awards or something like that, right? It's just weird. Like Diddy and Drake have a weird relationship. I think it's like a brotherly relationship, and they love each other, but they also definitely ain't afraid to be like, yo, nigga, fuck you, right? But anyway, let me know what y'all think about this in the comments.
All the nurses and doctors.
1, 2, 3, let's go. Rose one truck for my one thing, Jenny. Drop top jumping like a window, and then keep stopping shit. I decide when I finish. Race that good, style who's sick. Oh, she a bad bitch, she just like a spin. She'll suck dick on the rock to the dick. I ain't never seen my bitch with a dime.
Oh, sorry. I'm sorry.
Sunday. Let's play
I'm
something
sorry.
a little bit family friendly.
I'm sorry.
Oh, no.
Don't come to me with no
All right, so yesterday, Diddy had like a Easter celebration, dance-a-thon kind of thing on Instagram, right? Where he had a bunch of people come on his live or whatever like that. Drake was on the live, DJ Khaled, mad people, right? One of the other people that was scheduled to go on his live was Lizzo, right? So you see there, like Lizzo is holding up a sign that says thank you, right? And basically she's saying thank you to all like the doctors and the nurses who are like on the front lines of this whole coronavirus thing, right? And she's like, thank you. And then, you know, they're doing a dance party. So Diddy starts dancing around with Lizzo just like he's doing with everybody else, right? And the whole situation is that Diddy lets Lizzo put on her own music, right? So she puts on a song called 1, 2, 3 with Black Youngster. And Black Youngster like, yeah, she gonna suck my dick on the way to the dentist. Right as Lizzo starts twerking, right? And Diddy comes on and he's like, hold up, right? You need to stop and chill. Stop shaking your ass and all that. There's family here and we really need to, like, you know, keep this clean, at least PG-13, right? And you know, Lizzo was like, oh, I'm sorry, and they continue to dance and listen to music and all that stuff like that, right? But then Drea actually came on a little bit later, about an hour or two after Lizzo, and Drea started twerking too, right? And then Diddy didn't say anything about Drea twerking at all, let her shake her ass on the live and all that was all good, right? So then, you know, Twitter, of course, because Black Twitter is always outraged about something, so yesterday they were outraged about the fact that, I guess, Puff Daddy is now fat shaming, right? Because he told Lizzo, don't shake your ass where you let Drea do the shit, right? And then of course Diddy responded back and he was like, yo, listen, I love Lizzo. She's one of the greatest twerkers of our time. You could shake your ass all you want on Easter. It was about the music that she was playing. You know, nigga was talking about sucking dick on the way to the dentist, right? It wasn't about the ass shaking. It was about Black Youngster and what the hell he was saying, right? I don't even think Diddy realized it was Black Youngster, but I know it was Black Youngster, right? But anyway, let me know what y'all think about this in the comments.
A great and beautiful thing. It's something that's hard to explain. I'm having trouble finding the words.
It's like heroic. The courage.
Yes.
The courage is like something that I have to ask myself, like, would I, you know, because I got a family, I'm a single father of 6.
Right.
And there's so many healthcare workers that are going and risking their lives, exactly. Not seeing their families, not being able to bring it back in there because they haven't been tested. And so it's like sending them out there to detonate a bomb without like without a bomb.
We don't know protection.
With no protection. And especially from where we from, the Bronx and Harlem and the inner city communities. That's why we're donating to make sure that it goes to the inner city communities. And I'm just so happy that you
and that's where those workers come from.
Yes.
That's the people who are working in those places right now. That's where they're going home to at night.
Yes.
When they can, because they actually can't right now. What did you want to
All right, so that was a clip of J-Lo and A-Rod actually talking to Diddy yesterday during like Easter when he did like this whole dance-a-thon kind of thing, right? So Diddy definitely was dancing around with J-Lo too, virtually. They were playing like Suavemente, and it was funny because, you know, Diddy and J-Lo used to like date back in the day, like 1999, the year 2000, when Sean like shot at the club and everything like that, when they had like J-Lo, you know, handcuffed to like a bench at the precinct or something like that. They didn't even put her in the cell, but they definitely put Diddy and Sean in the cell, right? And then Sean was like, fine, I did it. I bust off the gun in the club and got like 10 years or whatever like that. And after that point, Diddy broke up with J-Lo. I mean, J-Lo broke up with Diddy because she was like, yo, this is way too much and you are way too much of a gangster ass rapper, right? But that was all back in the day, right? So anyway, they're dancing a Suavemente yesterday on Instagram Live, right? And she's laughing, making jokes. Keep in mind, A-Rod was not around during this time. She was like, oh, did I teach you those moves or whatever like that? Because she remembers when she used to teach him how to like dance and do like little dances and stuff, right? Which is funny because Diddy always been dancing, right? But then A-Rod came on and he was just sitting there talking with Diddy and J-Lo too, right? And then J-Lo blows up his spot, right? She's like, yo, A-Rod loves you, Diddy. A-Rod always, every party we at, he's like, yo, put on Puff Daddy and Mace. He loves like that 97, 98, 99 Puff Daddy and Mace era. And he's always wanting to listen to that music, right? And A-Rod was like, word, that is my shit, right? But Diddy was just kind of like on there talking about how, you know, first of all, he's raising money for people who are like the first responders, or I guess the nurses and the doctors who are on the front lines of coronavirus, right? And he's just basically comparing like their job and what they do to his job in his life, right? And he's basically saying like, yo, to be honest with you, I'm a single father of 6 kids, right? Even though some of his kids are over 18, right? He's like, I'm a single father of 6 kids. And I could only imagine, you know, being out there as a doctor or a nurse or something like that, and putting myself at risk, right? And then coming back in the house and infecting my children, right? He compared it to almost like somebody that's like on a bomb squad and going to deactivate a bomb or something, but with no equipment on like that. It's just risky every day. I'm going to deactivate this bomb and hopefully I make it back home, right? Which is a crazy comparison, but definitely like a clear one. Like I could see that comparison, right? So it was just dope, man. I don't know really what like prompted Diddy to do this, but even like a couple days ago, he did like a whole town hall meeting on his channel, Revolt TV, where he had like Killer Mike on there and just a bunch of different like activists in the black community talking about coronavirus and how it's like affecting us all, right? So, you know, I think it's dope, man. Let me know what y'all think about this and everything else in the comments down below. Don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe. Make sure you hit that notification bell. Follow me at Jonny Fastlane on Instagram, and y'all already know what to do. Peace.